All right. So, welcome to anybody that's new. Maybe you're looking out the game. There's like a sale or something going on, right? And you're asking yourself, "Hey, should I buy this game?" Right? Uh, there's Subnautica, the regular one, and Below Zero. They're entirely different games that I will. This is just personal opinions that you'll be hearing from now on. So, I have played both. I've decided not to finish the first one, even if I've played like hundreds of hours. It was just I wanted to build in it. The reason that attracted me to the game is the aesthetics. It's incredibly beautiful environment. Everything is nice. The game works nicely. There are a little bit less bugs, I would say, in this one. I would still not advise, here I'm going to try to show a little bit the game so you can have an idea. I don't have a lot, 2 hours, haven't done that much. I'm just slowly going through it. I've already finished this one. But when you hit start new game, you get these options. I would definitely not recommend this one unless you're familiar with the game bugs, because you could die basically and it's over. And that's it ruins the fun when you die, and it's not because you messed up, but because there's a game flaw that's still in there. So be aware that in the first one there are several that you might easily encounter as a new player. There are workarounds that I found out. I mean, I'm not going to be making guides on that anytime soon, but yeah, both games though are incredibly good in their own right. The first one I would say is more of it's more on the spooky side, big monsters everywhere. Yes, you can actually kill them for the most part, and it's not too much annoying if you know how to do it, but it's very repetitive. The other thing is the visuals. So the visuals themselves, everything is darker. When shit comes after you, it comes after you. It's to me, having played so long the first game, getting into Subnautica Below Zero feels like I just entered some attraction park that is made for kids. It's that easy. You understand what I mean? So on the scale of survival, I feel like it's a whole step down. It's more relaxed. So if you're looking for that kind of thing and just want to buy one and not both, Below Zero is definitely for you. If your computer can hold up to the graphic standards of this game, it's I don't know if I would say demanding, but probably needed around 4 to 6 gigabytes and an 1080p monitor. I don't think it's that much, honestly, compared to recent titles. It's very easy to access. The other thing that I noticed is you'll find it a little bit easier to get resources in the Below Zero. There aren't a lot of things that you have to search. So to give you an idea, if I hit also when you're in there, you're searching for technologies basically, so they can then build it yourself. There are a lot of things laying around. Yeah, I know this plant is looking at me kind of funny. So say you want this thing, all right? You're gonna find a broken piece somewhere in the ocean or whatever, and you take out your scanner and you'd scan it, and you need a certain amount of scans. But in the Sub-Zero version, like, there are less of those. In the regular game, there are so many of those, and you have to know where to find them. So if you don't like looking for every tiny bit of technology, then Sub-Zero is the game for you, because the ocean is really big. And yeah, searching for those little pieces when everything's trying to kill you in your tiny little ship. Look at that, it's just trying to kill all the fish. Yeah. So, and also you can find these around. They give access to like certain sites sometimes, I believe, or there's some other boxes that give like technology, kind of random. See, like I scanned this and now I can make it.
Hypothermia imminent.
I scanned this. This is very useful, but a lot of things exist like in both games. Yeah, this is my little ship. It does help also to like create bookmarks a little bit everywhere where you go. So like build those beacons, you know, place them. Can always, like, if you're new to the game, just carry one around with you. You don't have to like just explore a place. Say you arrive and you get to this place and there's no other way for you to come back unless like because you're like in a cave system, let's say. You just put a beacon there and it's gonna help you locate it later. I mean, yeah, it might be like hard to like figure out, hey, do I make a left here, do I make a right, like in a cave system, but you know, it still helps in the end. So that's why I'm saying, like, always keep like one of those beacons with you. And
Hypothermia imminent.
there are a lot of monsters in both games. There are a lot of things you can't actually do. Like this monster over there, I could kill it probably, but it's not gonna be easy. Like they only give me a knife, but they give you a lot more tools in the first game to kill the monsters that you have access to like very, very early game. And you can literally, if that's what you want, you can drive all those big monsters extinct, with the exception of the ghost leviathans, which are like on the edge of the map. There's no map, like when you open, like there's nothing. There's just your inventory and other stuff. But eventually you get to know, you like build in both games there's the compass, very helpful to like figure out where you are in relation to other places. Rebreather helps you a lot, like when you start to go deeper. Like a lot of people like freak out when they go underwater. Like if you think this is like dark, you haven't seen shit. Like go play the first game and you'll be like in a horror movie. But also the other thing about this is the game itself right here is more visually pleasing. Like at night things glow and stuff. Like the other one is more about ambience. So yeah, ambience is nice, but it's not the same. Like in the first one, it's so dark that a lot of places like this light is not gonna do much for you. So you have to use a sonar in the first one. Like you can straight up turn off your light to not attract monsters and use the sonar to navigate. Yeah, even in places like this, you could be using the sonar. And that's how I passed the first game. It's so easy, like you get used to it. And the big monsters, you can see them from very, very far away. So you can prepare and maybe go around if you have to, or just sprint through, like whatever, you know? And like you see, like there are markers like there, emergency supply cache. This is part of a mission. Like when you see those, you can pick them up if you want. You don't have to like wait until you discover the technology. You pick them up, you drop them, and just like mark new locations. So say you have like no oxygen tank, you're like up there, you come down here, you want to grab things, do it. There are these plants right there for you. Just don't wait to use them. Use them all the time. As soon as like, yeah, right now my oxygen is not going down fast because I have like a rebreather and stuff, which helps like recycle your oxygen. But under normal circumstances, I would have been like pretty much done. You want to be using them, like, see right now, if I use it, look at how fast it's gonna go up. Boom. It's like a shot of oxygen you take, and you navigate around, and you can be like, okay, there's one down there, and you just keep going while grabbing things around you. Just keep in mind, you know, the deeper you get, the harder it's gonna get for you to maintain the oxygen. And when you create like those truck thingies, like you can leave them somewhere and you can go back in and refill in oxygen. It's not a problem. And they have like pretty generous battery life. Yeah, so the game is pretty nice. There are a lot of cool things you can do. I personally love the whole building thing. Yes, I've killed like every single bad monster that exists in the first one. Like all of them. Like there was nothing that could kill me in the map except the ghost leviathans, like when I was inside a ship. It's pretty relaxed, and as you can see, it's beautiful.
Maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
Relax, little lady. We're not gonna explode. Anyways, so yep. Hopefully this helps out some people get into the game. I feel like it's really, really nice as long as your computer can handle it. That's very important because there are a lot of effects being generated, and if the generation of those effects is like slowed down, I feel like it just ruins the experience. So keep that in mind. Look at what you can run and how much you can get the most out of. Like if you take a look here at the effects, like graphics, it's very basic, right? So you can remove things, you can add things. There's one option in the first one that you get, like in the graphics, I think. It's called cinematic. I'm telling you, when you when you enable that shit, get ready for some hardcore gaming if you're just a beginner in the game, because you're not gonna be able to see like next to anything if you're low on light. It really takes it to next level. So hopefully that helps someone, and if it did, leave a like, maybe follow, comment, whatever. Have a great day.